You're live. I'm live. Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. And welcome to anyone who was just watching me on my other channel, 𝗏𝗏𝗃 Economist. So anyways, got what I'm hoping is a pretty fun beer tonight. This is, let me get the label. Caramel Macchiato Flavored Stout by 903 Brewers. They're out of Texas, I believe. Where are they out of? I know they're in Texas, right? Malt beverage with natural flavors. Coffee, vanilla flavored, and caramel flavored milk stout. 8.7% ABV. So strong, but not ridiculously strong. And I know 903 is like the area. Here it is. Sherman, Texas. Okay. So anyway, here we got in the glass here. Let's see. There we go. Well, it smells as advertised, but it definitely smells like caramel macchiato or caramel and vanilla. It's a very, very sweet smelling beer. I mean, it definitely smells almost like the caramel syrup or something like that, like a make your own sundae bar. There is like a dark chocolate or like French roast coffee kind of character in there, which would be from the dark roasted malt, obviously, to make a stout. Maybe like a tiny little bit of like a fruity character, but otherwise, yeah, I mean, just that caramel and vanilla is just like really overpowering everything, and I don't even smell the alcohol, which is good. I mean, it's only 8 point only for me. Well, I mean, it's not exactly a session beer, but 8.7 is not super strong. It's not like something that's going to be a challenge to drink. As far as appearance, looks black on camera. The foam did come up to the rim when I poured it. These types of beers, usually the head doesn't hold because of the acidity and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a clear brown fluid. So let's dive in here. Cheers. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. It's not sickly sweet though. That's kind of one of my complaints about a lot of these new breweries, especially the ones I get on 𝗏𝗏𝗺, which is where I got this one. If you want to sign up for 𝗏𝗏𝗺, link in the description below. Get $10 off your first purchase, and lets them know that I sent you. But as I was saying, yeah, it's a pretty sweet it's a pretty sweet stout, I will say. Um, Definitely getting the caramel, definitely getting the vanilla. It doesn't taste like a liquid candy bar exactly. And I don't really drink those Starbucks Frappuccino or whatever they're called. I don't really drink those type of drinks that much. Maybe like once a year. So I can't really say how much this compares to a macchiato or any of those specialty drinks. It does have enough bitterness there for balance, though. It's kind of a fairly generic, nondescript hop flavor. I guess you call it like a earthy hop flavor. Maybe like a slight bit of spice to it, like almost like a peppercorn or rye or something like that. And for a pretty strong beer, 8.7, I don't know if you consider that an imperial stout or just a pretty strong stout. Like, you would think that this is going to be like a thick, like spent motor oil viscosity mouthfeel. It's not quite that thick. I'd put it like, it's not full bodied. I'd put it like medium full, in carbonation about medium. It is smooth, I will say. Very smooth, very easy to drink. No alcohol burn or warmth. Can kind of taste it a little. And it's funny, like the more you, that's the thing about any these pastry stouts or these borderline flavored malt beverage type beers is that you always they always start out strong, like whatever they're advertised as tasting, like that's what they like. So like the first few sips, yeah, I'm getting like all caramel macchiato on it, but now that I'm like getting halfway down, it's not quite as sweet as it was when it started out. It's not quite as luscious or decadent either. To me, it just kind of seems like a pretty standard strong stout with the bonus caramel flavor. It's a fine tasty beer if you're like a new beer drinker, or like I think this is, yeah, like I think that this is some like kind of a beer that's better for the a new craft beer drinker or the occasional craft beer drinker, because when you've had like really well brewed like two spec imperial stouts, like the one from Adroit that I did yesterday, where it's just the four ingredients, nothing else, and it's done really really well. You realize how much better that is than beers that are just kind of standard boilerplate recipes with the addition of these flavoring ingredients. Hey, don't pull up the carpet. My cat. They know it's almost time to eat. They eat at 10 o'clock, and they got 5 minutes, and they are going. I don't know why they're so hungry. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute. There isn't a whole lot else to say. It's there. It's some caramel macchiato. I love how like they didn't even come like with a name for it. It's just caramel macchiato flavored stout. Like usually beers like this, they'll have some kind of funny pun name or something. Like this could be like they could have called it Caramel Delight or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, so I would say a nice dessert beer. I actually got two of these on Tavor. I forget what the price was. I believe it was fairly cheap, because I'd almost never buy two cans unless you can only get two cans, or it's just like too good of a deal to pass up. So I think it was like $6 a can. So that's really not too bad. Two cans for $12, especially with prices just skyrocketing because of inflation. Yeah, it's good. It's not great as far as rating. Um, I'm thinking like 3.75, maybe 4.0 out of 5 on Untapped. Um, Maybe even 3.5, somewhere between 3.5 and 4. It's a good, fine, borderline novelty beer. It's not especially unique. Like I guess a good beer to compare this to would be like Southern Tier Creme Brulee, which literally tastes like creme brulee, and this is marketed as caramel macchiato, and it doesn't really taste like caramel macchiato, but it smells like it. But all right, so I'm going super long. You've watched all the way to the end. You are awesome. Again, link in the description below. Sign up with Tabor. Get $10 off your first purchase with my link in that referral code. All right, so I will see you guys probably tomorrow.